Hi all. Hi.
Hi.
I've never done these videos before, so it's a quick one. I've got a CDA little wine cooler. The model number is, just one second, it is, hold on, let me switch the camera. Hold on, can I switch the camera? No, okay. Alright, I'm gonna try to drag this in here. Right, it's up, and I'll give you the model number, which is somewhere, it probably will be upside down now. Let me try to sharpen up the picture. Sorry, it's an awkward one. I can read this out. It's a little wine cooler, CDA model FWC
303SS.
Yeah, 303 SS. SS is probably for stainless steel. Anyway, I've had it for a couple of years now, and suddenly it stopped cooling.
Oops.
Every so often, there was just a click on the wine cooler, but the temperature would not drop. My favorite setting was 5 degrees, which is pretty good for wines and beers. Nevertheless, it suddenly stopped. It was beeping for a very long time. So I switched it off. I couldn't find any videos and guides what to do, particularly for this model. But nevertheless, I gathered from the information out there that there's a thermal or therm break, which is the type of a fuse hidden at the back of the appliance. I just couldn't locate it. As a matter of fact, it's actually quite well hidden, and it's protected by a plastic cover, and it was quite a bit of a struggle to open it all up and then find the parts which I thought could be faulty. So anyway, first things first, obviously unplug the appliance, check things before getting into the back of the electrical components, such as, are the fans operating. So inside the cooler there's one fan set all the way at the back. It should be spinning. If you see any dirt in there, just try to get a hoover and hoover it all out. If it's spinning, there's nothing wrong with that. Then at the bottom of the appliance there are also 2 fans. I'll try to slide the camera out there so you can have a look. Let me see if I can get a picture of that. They're hidden somewhere at the back, and again I've hoovered them out, and the wine cooler still wasn't getting the temperature I wanted. So then I pull the appliance out, and this is what it is at the back. So it's pretty much like that. All the components are hidden in here. The main part is obviously the compressor. If you hear it humming, it's actually quite warm when it's in operation. If you can hear it humming, it most likely isn't the compressor. And all the electrical components are kind of all stuck in the left-hand side. Pass me the torch, Lily. Sorry, my daughter's a little helper in here. So the electrical components are all hidden just to the left-hand side. Sorry. Just to the left-hand side of the compressor. Now, it's hard to explain this, but very deep inside, where I'm trying to narrow the torch down there are 2 bits, and then those 2 bits I've replaced recently, and then this is what they are. One looks like that. It's got a single pin, and it's quite important that if you try to Google the names and then the numbers, it's important that you look for a single pin, because that's what my wine cooler needed. And there's another little component, and it's got a single pin as well. And what's important is that the relation of these pins and the location, because there are plenty out there that have got like this pin somewhere in the center, and it might not just be the right stuff for you. I mean, for this particular wine cooler, I googled for a long time and I found something very similar to this. The pins were exactly the same location. The new part has got a silver, not the brass ending, but I don't think it matters. I actually got it off, oh God, it's not eBay, it was the Amazon. So what I think was essential though is there are little numbers. So these numbers are probably important for the correct the correct voltage and amplitude. So this is essential that if you're looking for replacement of these products, they are like for like. So anyway, the after taking the back cover, which is just the plastic bit, which protects all the electrical components, you get to the gubbins, and then those gubbins are, among the other wires, are these. Now you can take them all out by using a flathead screwdriver. You simply pry them off, and then gently, without breaking anything, because the compressor, the compressor is quite fragile. There's plenty of plumbing pipes and they're quite solid, but I had to drop the bottom tray. There are 4 fixings at the bottom of this tray holding the compressor and electrical components all together at one tray, and these are attached to adjustable legs, which makes it quite complicated. The whole appliance isn't very heavy, but getting to them, it's probably a 2-man job, or someone that can help you to lean the appliance out, because compressors don't like to be disturbed too often. Anyway, once you release the plastic cover, which was pretty much sitting somewhat like that, you get to the electrical component, taking flathead screwdriver and disconnecting the electrical pins out, or like sleeves, again by prying them off gently with a flat screwdriver. You get to these 2 bits, you slide them out. Of the back of the side of the compressor, there are 3 pins. 1 pin sits over this little slot, which is here. From the top, you can see the little hole. And then the other plastic part, which is the thermal brake, has got 2 other slots. And these slots create together like a 3-way connection point. These 3 pins coming out of the compressor take these 2 parts together, and between them 2, they give you a connection point between electrical components and the compressor. And after putting it all back together, I'm just testing it now, the wine cooler reaches the temperature as previous, so I think it's back to normal now. My only struggle is going to be reattaching this cover back again, making it safe and then complete. I've also discovered, because I'm quite like that, I've also discovered that it could be that only this part was faulty and not that, but I'm not really good at reading the electrical currents and all of that. So for the price of, I think, £17, it was worth buying both of these parts. If you are clever, you can probably Google out what the readings should be before buying 2 components, and you might just get away with buying 1. Now, this component can be taken apart, and interestingly enough, inside there's like a disc, and then pretty much the thermal brake is the little disc inside of that, which was snapped in half, and that what was causing this fuse not to be correct anymore. And I think that's what really stopped the appliance from working correctly. Reading on different forums, I think what it is, it actually protects the appliance from overheating or maybe an overload. But anyway, I think it's working okay now. Now, on the cover that protects the electrical components, there are some guidelines how to remove it using a screwdriver. I was at loss, to be honest. I mean, it's awkward enough that the cover is hidden behind the wall of the appliance. So if anyone has ever designed it in any proper way, you should have probably put this somewhere, somewhere visible, not hidden and tucked in behind the side of the appliance, because you'll never see it. But anyway, That's about all. If you have any questions, then yeah, I'm happy to answer. Or good luck, and hopefully you don't ever have any problems with your wine cooler. Bye.
Bye.
Sorry, that's my little helper.
Bye.
Bye.